we doing? Are we good?
So welcome back, Naysha.
Thank you. I'm feeling much, much better. But unfortunately, hi you too. But unfortunately, Batty is not feeling well today. So we wish her well at home. She will be
Get
watching.
better, diva.
Yes. She will be watching. So get well, my love. We will miss you today. However, we do have an amazing lineup today. Yes.
Yes, I'm so excited. To have this
I love. I mean, I love all the girls, but I have favorites. And when you win the contest,
They're a favorite for you.
they're favorites for me. All right, let's get these girls out of here because I absolutely love these two. Please give it up for Miss Aquaria!
Hello.
Yes.
Happy Friday.
And please keep it going for the Belfast Beauty, Blu Hydrangea.
Yes, I'm going to try this one more time with this microphone. Testing. Are we good?
Hello.
Because it was doing something really funny.
Is it working?
We good?
It's still a little easy.
Everyone say hello really loud into their microphones. Let's make sure they're all good.
Hello.
Yes, okay, I think it's just my motherfucking microphone. Of course it's mine.
Well, Roscoe's, before we get started, in YouTube, hi everyone up there, hit that subscribe icon so you can get all the notifications for our viewing parties and when we post those. And if you want to get some Roscoe's merch, we have that available at roscoes.com, dragqueenmerch.com, as well as this link located right above my head.
Yes. Okay, really quick, how are you ladies doing?
So good. Happy to be back.
Good. How was your trip from, did you come from New York?
No, I was coming from DC.
DC, okay.
Had a day off. Got to download Pokemon Scarlet last night.
Yes.
So I'm.
Who's your starter? Who'd you choose?
I chose Quaxley.
Let's go.
know-
Okay.
All right.
I'm a Sprigatito girl, but that's okay.
And Blue, how was your flight? How was your travel?
Amazing. Oh my goodness, so good. And we came out in Chicago last night and got really drunk. So thank you, Chicago. Every time I'm here, I get so drunk. I love it.
I love that.
You're doing it right.
I think Chicago loves that too.
I'm sure they do. Oh, mommy.
Okay, so I do want to, before we get into the viewing party, I do want to point out that today starts Canada versus the world.
Yes.
Yes. And although we will be showing it, and we're 100% supportive of this franchise, but we did commit to this one, and we want to commit to it all the way to the end. We already gave the celebrity one the chop, so we're not gonna do this to
We're not gonna
do this to the Canadian to the UK girls. So we're gonna commit. We're gonna finish this season, and as soon as that finishes on December, as soon as we're done with this, which is next week, is the finale. Then December 2nd, correct, is when we will start with Canada versus the world. So we will be showing it.
Yes.
We'll just jump in a little bit later.
Episode 3. Yeah.
Episode 3, yeah. So we'll have, missed a little episode here or there, but we will definitely
notes.
show that. Yeah, for sure. I can't wait. We'll have guests. We'll do the whole thing and all that good stuff. Now, have you guys been watching this UK season?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So good, right?
It's fabulous. It's a fabulous season and fabulous girls, and everyone's been fucking fabulous.
Absolutely. So why don't we just jump right into it? Yes? Are you guys ready?
Let's do it.
Roscoe's, are you ready? All right. Let's jump right in.
Yay. All right. So
I'm just dropping stuff.
before we get to the setup of the roast, to touch back a little bit on last week, we were supposed to go down to 4. We did another double save. Now, Aquaria, we know you hate double saves. But how did y'all feel seeing it? Do you feel it was correct or no?
I feel like, Irish queens, I don't know what Ru has against them, but, like, going home in 5th place just would have, like, combined us. Like, I went home in 5th place.
Didn't you do a song with the lady?
What?
I said, didn't you make a song with the lady?
That was contractual, I'm sure. But, yeah, I would have loved to see someone go home, but I couldn't have decided, I don't think. I think it wasn't Peppa's best lip sync, and I think Jombers had, like, a decent week with her little, like, cute outfit that Ru really loved for some reason. No, I'm just kidding. It was actually really gorgeous. Yeah, what do you think?
Honestly, it's more drag queens on the TV, and especially when I'm not involved in the competition, it's like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just see you bitches keep it going.
That's such a pageant answer, isn't it?
And that's why I won.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not why I won. I won for the opposite reason. Yeah.
Okay, so we're sitting here watching these girls come up with jokes, all that good stuff. Obviously, one was very vocal. She did not want to be one of the first ones. I mean, she didn't want to be one of the last ones. She wanted to be one of the first ones. And they put her at the end. Do you think that was strategic?
I don't know if it's particularly strategic. Obviously, it's not, the girls who are in charge of picking the orders' job to like make anyone happy. I do think I would have probably tried to accommodate, just knowing where her humor lies in the first place. But I don't think you can be like so upset and pissed about it because it's like, girl, you should have been in the bottom 2 last week and had to lip sync for your life, and then you could have got to make the order.
What do you think, Blue?
I mean, I would have probably tried to ruffle more feathers if I was given that opportunity. I probably would have made them all annoyed, apart from myself. But there was 2 of them, so I guess they were trying to accommodate for each other. I don't know if they did. Jomber's putting herself right after Danny.
I don't think that was
going to be
smart.
the funniest. Is not a smart idea. And then Peppa right in the middle, which if she's forgettable, then that's like that she's going to be erased. Hopefully they made the right decision.
I mean, order is nothing when compared with like the content of your roast, though. So
Yeah,
I do feel like you bring it first, you bring it second, you bring it last. You got to bring it at some point.
I absolutely would
The
have.
order's not going to make you funny. You're got to make yourself funny.
Yeah.
Either you got it or you don't.
I would have flopped
Yeah.
at a roast. Absolutely.
Does that mean you didn't do a roast on your season? Did you have a roast?
No, I don't think I was the roast. No, I don't think we had a proper roast. But that would have been fun.
Do you
I
like
love
roasting?
talking shit about those girls.
Yeah. Do you like roasting the other girls? Is that
Oh,
something
yeah,
you would like
sometimes
to do?
it's fun, like especially in the dressing room. I feel like I'm usually the one who's like getting everyone, and it's always one girl asking why I never was that funny on the TV. I'm like, I don't know, but I'm funny in the dressing room.
Who was your runner up in your season?
Me?
It was
Eureka and Cameron.
Eureka
and Naysha.
and Cameron and Aisha.
A lot of material to work.
Why don't
with
we
there.
play a roast right now?
Girl,
Since you wait,
got
wait,
$100,000.
Since you didn't get to roast on your season, we'll name someone on your season and let's just try and roast them. We'll start with the obvious choice. No, that's not obvious choice. Not even. Y'all ain't gonna get me, bitch. I was just joking. No, okay, ready. So let's do Cameron Michaels.
Oh man, I've literally been staring at my Nintendo Switch all day. I'm like, Cameron Michaels, girl.
Roast her, girl.
I need a 10-day trip to Fort Lauderdale or something hanging above my head to come up with some good jokes right now about those girls. I haven't thought about those girls
None of
since
them? What about Eureka?
2018.
That's a roast right there. There you
Hold
go.
on. I should have just done it like a Raja in the reading challenge, just like stupid, dumb, blah 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 blah.
She just spelled out one word and was like boogers, right? It was boogers.
Well,
To
To piggyback off the roasting part, roasting and reading is a main staple when it comes to any of the all-star seasons, and especially now a regular season. Would y'all go back for an all-winners, or were either of y'all asked to do the first all-winner season?
I hadn't won at that time, so I hadn't been asked. But I think I would go back. I would love some more time, I think. I've just won. And I just want some time to like roll around in my money and no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I feel like you need to like make the most of your reign for a bit, right? You can't. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I would love to go back. I love showing my outfits. I love doing silly shit, especially when I don't have to worry about like winning. Even though that
Were
would
you
still be
asked for
nice.
the first season?
I was not. No.
There's this rumor that you were on Work the World, right? And that you and Violet were like running to each other. One ran to the other's dressing room like, girl, did you hear this? Did you get asked? And you're like, no, I didn't get asked. Did you get asked? You're like, no, I didn't get asked.
Oh yeah.
Did that ever happen?
Everyone always talks, but yeah, no. I think she was just like seeing if she was specifically gooped, and I was like, well, I haven't heard anything about anything from anyone. I don't talk to no one, so you know more than me, and I don't know anything, so. We're in the same boat.
So you said you would do it. What is your favorite part about competing on Drag Race? Would it be like acting, the fashion, like what the comedy? What do you think it would be?
I feel like the second time around, I would have a blast with everything. That sounds like a joyride for me. For me, I love doing anything that's like, if it's a theme party, I love dressing up and being on theme and you know, obscuring the theme and twisting the ideas. So the runway shit, it's what I was good at. It's what I think I would continue to enjoy the most. But I would love to surprise myself and have some fun making an ass of myself and some other different types of challenges.
What about you, Blue? What would be your favorite thing to do?
My favorite thing is like backstage at Drag Race with the girls, like when you're like mouthing off and the Queen team are like, You're not supposed to be talking right now, but you do it anyway. It's so fun. I honestly think Drag Race could do a documentary each season about behind the scenes because it's so fun. It is. That is my favorite part about competing, and that's why I would always go back because you like then make 10 new friends that you like love with all your heart for like a few months, and then you lose touch. But it's you love them with all your heart for a good few months.
Speaking about what you just said, like to piggyback off that documentary. Okay, is anyone like keeping in touch or like watching and listening to the podcast and all the stuff that happens with Top Model and how
Shay's podcast?
like Shay has her podcast, but there's some other ones too about Top Model and about how traumatic and toxic it was, and they're wanting to do a documentary on it and all that.
There's a guy, I forget his name. He has square glasses, and he interviews girls from all seasons and brings them on to get the tea. I believe I've heard this.
I feel like that's going to happen with Drag Race. I swear to you. Anyone that's been on Drag Race knows. Win, lose, or draw knows. It's fucking traumatic. Do you guys think that it is?
It is, yeah. Whenever I left and whenever you watch Drag Race, again, like the next season after you've filmed, it's really triggering to hear Ru say, ladies, I've made my decision. That is like the worst thing in the world. Well, I don't know about you. You did actually pretty well
so
throughout your
decisive.
season.
Yeah, no,
but for me, I was like always like, I am going home this week. And then I would just crawl to the next week, especially in season 1, whenever I was like a baby queen. I was just like crawling from episode to episode. It was so traumatic.
Well, what I find funny is both of y'all won. Both of y'all, I think, when you were announced, were considered look queens, and then y'all both came through and won a snatch game on your season. Were you surprised at how funny you were?
Not entirely, especially in like the realm of making fun of these celebrities that I not like, but you know what I mean, like I like their character. I just thought that was something that not I necessarily had in the bag, but I felt very confident in. If it was not my first choice, my second 2 choices would have been fun too, and I think I would have had an equal amount of a blast. It's very intimidating, that scenario, just because it literally feels like you're in like the largest dentist office of your life, and it's just horrible vibes, completely rotted vibes in the entire room. But it's fun, and it's, I don't have to be me. I can go be some cunt in the White House, and like that's fun.
How about for you, Blue?
Snatch game, yeah, it's horrible. The worst experience of my life ever. Standing there, you're in this room. There's not all that. There's none of that. It's silence. The whole room, everyone's watching you from behind the cameras, and you just have to be funny on the spot when Ru talks to you.
And no one's laughing.
I really think that I've Sasha Belled.
Cracked
the code on Snatch Game.
I was like,
right?
You didn't do that bad.
I think, because, right. Hey, I won! So I think you don't stand near Ru because she asks the questions from herself. So then you have time to think.
You want further away so you can think about it.
Yes, you have time to think. And also, I think that you turn the question on Ru so that then Ru asks you things that you want to say so that then you can make the joke. So if Ru goes like, oh, hi, what did you have for breakfast? And I'll go, well, Ru, guess what? No, that was shit, actually.
That was great.
But you know what I mean? Like you say, well, Ru, fuck that question. Here's what I want you to say so then I can say my joke.
It's all about mental manipulation.
Yes, and
mind games.
If you're on a cast with a lot of unfunny queens, which thankfully I was for UK versus the World.
Work! I love that.
You just have more chance to win, or at least be safe. No offense. Jujubee was really funny.
You knew you were going to be safe hearing that.
Jujubee was really funny on set. I think they gave her a little bit of a shady edit. And poor Pangina and Jeannie just, it was rough. Bless them. I love them so much, but
there's a season. I don't want to put her on blast because I don't. She did tell me that they kept asking her, and she ends up going home, but they kept asking her first. Every time they would ask the question, they would ask the question, you know, the line, and they would go to her first, and they would go to her first. And, you know, when they ask, it gives you a chance to kind of think. You can pretend you wrote some shit down and not really, or whatever. But she was never given a chance to actually think about things.
She wasn't first in the lineup?
No. She was sitting somewhere like in the middle, but she was always asked first. And so she's like, okay, I'm going home. Like that's what she thought, and she ended up going home. But do you guys think that there's some kind of strategy that happens with that, like especially placement, because you probably know this. How many people have won that have sat in that first?
Oh, yeah.
I said it a
spot?
couple weeks ago. I think it
mean,
was
you had
5 or 6.
Alaska sat there. Bianca sat there.
She lost.
Yeah. No, didn't she win? No, she
I mean,
won.
the whole thing.
Did she didn't win hers? Who won that?
Ben won.
Jinx sat there. Jinx sat there. Who else has
You
sat
look
there?
so cute, by the way.
Yeah, you do.
So adorable.
Oh my goodness! Thank you for dressing up so fabulous.
I think there is strategy from RuPaul when it comes to Snatch Game. She's like, change your character. You know, you don't want to do that.
Gets in your head.
You're like, no, I've been writing.
No, sometimes she's not wrong.
Yeah, well, true.
Like I watched the show and I'm like,
But like you have such a I went into it with such a strategy, wrote all my jokes, everything before I went. So like you're so prepared for it, and then she goes, "Can you do like an Irish?" I think she asked me to do like the Pope or something, or like a minister in a church because I was Irish. I was like, "No, I paid someone to write these jokes for me. I'm going to use them." But yeah, and I think. Yeah, I think she does that. Although you always have to stick to your guns. Yeah. I said, and she although Jombers did well this year, she did like St. Patrick's.
She switched it up. Yeah, yeah.
Someone told me on set, I can't say their name, but they were like, that was the most awkward Snatch Game to watch ever. Apparently, it was so like quiet on set, and no one was laughing. Oh, bless them. It was hard to watch actually through the TV with all the canned laughter and stuff they put on it. Yeah, they had but like apparently on set it was like butthole clenching kind of like cringe.
Well, we're going to go right back to the show, but before we go back, you did, Aquaria mentioned that you had 2 other people, two backups. Did you have backups as well? And who were they for the both of you? I think Aquaria, you told us last time, but I want to hear them again.
You can rewatch that episode, I suppose. Gotta get the views.
What did you have backups?
I think I did. I can't remember. One of them is sadly deceased, Nikki Graham. She's like she's probably famous over here, right? And who was the other one? Do you remember, Johnson? Oh, Val Garland. Ding dong. And I had like a ping pong racket, and I was going to do ping pong. Do you have her here?
She's from
Glow Up.
Glow Up. Yeah, she's from
so
Glow
her
Up.
like catchphrase
Yes.
is like ding dong. I was just going to do lots of things that rhyme with ding dong, but like have lots of props.
Bing bong.
Bing bong.
Bing bong.
You know,
Stand clear of the
a
closing
big
door.
dong. I don't know. It wasn't going to be funny. That's why I was very
I'm glad
set
you
on
did
what
the
I was
groovy
gonna do.
guy.
Well,
I feel like I'm giving the groovy baby.
You are. Do I make you horny, baby? Yeah.
Absolutely.
On that note, let's go right back to the show.
It's that energetic music again.
I love that. Okay, so far we've seen a few of them. Do you think anyone is in danger so far?
I think that was all of them.
Was it all of them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
There's
Was
5
it all
left.
of them? Yeah. I missed the week, and I think they're all gone.
Perhaps some of them.
Who do you think?
No, they didn't show pictures.
Perhaps a few of
No,
them.
yeah, they did because she asked.
Black Pepper.
Yes.
You
Keep
think-
it going.
I mean,
Cheddar.
They only
And-
played the good music behind Pixie, Danny, and Jombers.
The good music.
Which means they
I
could
listen for that.
Which
The
means they could
energetic
bomb. You never know. You never know. It's all a setup. But you know what I do love is that they go ahead and send them in a different order than they're going to do it. Do you know what I mean? Instead
I
of
noticed that
doing
too.
it in the order that they're going to perform.
Keeping the audience entertained.
You know what I mean?
When
Yeah.
y'all had a rehearsal with a celebrity guest, how much time do y'all have?
Actually, I think I had like one for the musical in the UK versus the world, and I think we had like 20 minutes tops. It was real quick to learn like the full choreography, and I thought, oh, they'll teach us more backstage. They don't. That's you. Once you've learned it, if you forget it, that's on you, bitch. What about you?
I don't remember. I don't think we really had any celebrity people.
Oh.
That might be incorrect. So I don't know.
We
All's well that ends well.
we had one with Faith Evans, and it was funny because it was actually a comedy one, but it was the theme was Roscoe's Empire, so it was like hip hop and stuff like that, and so Faith Evans was the judge, so she kind of gave pointers and everything, and I don't know that they do this anymore, but we did it. They gave pointers and direction, and then afterward, on stage, we got to watch it back. So do they still? Yeah, we got to actually watch it, and then
Before you
yeah,
did
and then
it?
at that point,
Oh.
they judged us on it, which was, I think, pretty cool, which I don't think they do that anymore.
Wait, do you mean you watched it like and then you redid it?
No. So we
you watched
like
it
we performed it, and we
after the
recorded it.
runway?
We got all the critiques and all of that. And the next day, I think it was the next day. The next day on the runway, they brought like a little TV screen. Well, it was a big TV screen, and we watched it back.
We did that
with them. Okay, yeah. Did you
So
do that?
I think
did you get to watch it back?
I tried to do
yeah.
stuff like that. The only, I feel like, guess people we had in our acting situations or comedy stuff were like the judges. I know like RuPaul sat in for one, and Ross and whoever, Michelle.
And two, well, now with the whole, COVID thing, like All Stars had the same 3 people rotated, right? Like with the whole COVID thing, it's a very different situation.
Changes it.
I mean, J-Lo was not even there. She was on a.
You're still bitter about it?
I'm so mad. So mad. She wasn't even on the screen, actually. Just
That's
in
what we
case
were told, yeah.
She was not on the screen. It was
Oh, for
somebody
her
reading.
movie,
Yeah,
Marry
she wasn't
Me.
even on the screen. It was like reading it. Like someone read it, and then it got edited in. So they never even got to see
That's why they got
Jennifer.
the Emmy for acting. Let's go.
Yep. Wait, I thought they were the season that didn't get it.
No, I don't know that. Probably.
We had a really awkward thing like that where someone like it was Elton John, I think, and because he's like a wee old man, bless him, you could like they showed us like the raw footage on the TV, and you could see him like going to press stop on his little camera and press start and say his little lines. It was so cute. Aw, Elton John.
Did you have any celebrity? She was like, "Oh, it's such."
Girl, I didn't even get a video message from my family in Untucked, which is crazy. Like, so I don't remember what the fuck was on any TV, but who cares? It wasn't about me.
I feel like they'd be like, they're like, "Well, she's kind of the front runner. Fuck her. We're not gonna do all that for her. Now this bitch might go home, so call the bitch's mom real quick and make her feel special." Can you call the bitch's mom real quick? But then Aquaria, they're like, she might win this shit. Just
I don't know.
fuck all
My
that.
parents are both like just so like supportive and extra. So I'm like, oh god, they're gonna be not like so annoying, but like so parent annoying on a video. And I got a video from Bob actually, for me and Monet and Cracker. He's no, not all. No, he's hello girls. He's at the Starbucks and whatever at the Atlanta airport or something. Hey y'all, I love you, New York. Do your best. Bye. Didn't make the cut.
So
Afterwards,
Aw.
he's asking. He's like, "Wait, who was this for?"
Yeah, that one. It was weird. Yeah.
But that's family, right? Kind of, sort of.
Yeah, but-
that's New York family.
None of it's not on the TV even.
Yeah. She wanted
So
a
that's
good
what happened.
message. You see, because winning was just not enough, girlfriend.
You know, you might need to bring me back for All Stars.
Well, let's see who wins this roast. You ready
Let's
to get into
go for it.
Yeah.
I'm very intrigued to see how this is gonna go.
Let's get this
Thank
roast
you.
to
I was
cooking.
waiting for someone to do it.
To do what?
The pheromone. Let's get this roast to cooking.
Okay, so
It's over.
yes. Wait. Hold on. This is like roasts
For 1
are, like,
second.
it's one of my favorite. Like, if there were 3 or 4 other ones, I would still be watching. I love a good roast, even when they're awkward. That was a couple cringy ones.
We feel the secondhand embarrassment.
Yes.
You want them to do better,
Oh
but
my
it's just
God.
like
I don't know about doing better, but I just like.
you love the train wreck.
I love the roller coaster that we're on. Speaking of that, let's get it. We're gonna get into it and what happened. But I'm gonna take this opportunity right now that I have everyone's attention to send shout outs to our lovely audience. We have an amazing audience, and we both here and at home. And we check out your comments and all that good stuff. So we want to send a
Don't
couple
be mean.
shout outs. No,
That doesn't
listen, you know what they're gonna do now? Be even worse.
This is gonna end up on TikTok.
But listen, who cares? If you feel the need to be mean, I love you, and get the help you need. But anyway, let's get into these shout-outs. You want to start these out?
Sure.
That first
Steven
one?
in Australia.
Hola, Steven. Hi.
Aussie,
How do you say?
oi,
How do you
oi,
say?
oi.
Okay, yeah,
That one.
that. Let's say hi to Sean Edward in Cambridge.
Ooh, next we have Ricardo in Portugal. Hi.
Hi. And then we have a very special shout-out to Rich in Spain, who's
Rich?
missing. Yeah, no, his name is
my
Rich.
God,
His
my
name-
God.
His name is Rich in Spain, who says
Quote.
he's missing that Chicago dick that just slaps different.
Oh my goodness.
Now, listen, before y'all think I'm reading or being shady or doing all that, because I'm not. I'm just
All of those words are written on our
reading.
prompt.
I'm just reading, okay? Don't come for me. But we have people on YouTube that'll be like, oh my God, hi, we love you, Caramel, we love you, Naysha, Batty, you're questionable. And no, I'm just kidding. I only said that because she's not here. I only said it. But anyway, but they say little things like that. And so that's where we get like our little shout outs from. And this Rich, who is from Spain, says, fuck, I miss Chicago. That Chicago dick just hits different.
Slaps.
So we felt that we needed to include that in the shout out. So Rich from Spain, un
Thank
besito,
you.
te queremos
Yes.
mucho.
You're so
Mwah.
brave.
Come
Thank
back
you,
soon.
Rich.
And then who else do we have?
And lastly, we have Sean and Graham in Thailand. Thank y'all for watching.
Sawadee ka, all the way
Yes.
in Thailand. Yes. All right. So yeah, don't forget to leave your comments, good or bad,
Down
like
there.
you know, all that good stuff. We enjoy them, and Caramel, do you read them all? I literally go through every single one, and I read all of them.
I can say yes, I do go
Yeah.
through. I heart all of mine. I thumbs down all of yours.
Keep up coming. No, so yeah, I read through all of them. So please comment, and we'll continue to send you shout outs and all that good stuff.
Yes.
Now let's just talk about what we just saw. We had a couple good ones,
Yes.
some really bad ones, and maybe one really great one.
Yes. So we've had half the cast lip sync before. I think they can do a 3-person lip sync tonight based on that.
You know, listen, you know what? No, I'm not even
You
gonna say what I was
agree?
gonna say. You know, well, no, the thing about it is when somebody...
Speak on it.
Let's be honest. Can someone, an audience, you guys let me know if you agree. Can
Interject.
someone continuously be in the bottom and be considered the winner of RuPaul's Drag Race? In my opinion, absolutely not. YouTube, this entire audience pretty much said, no, don't think I'm shady. But I think RuPaul's Drag Race winner, if you're just winning lip syncs, that's what you did. You're a lip sync assassin. You won some lip syncs. You
to the
did
end.
not win this competition. Ladies, chime in on that. What do you guys think about that? Can someone win just being in the bottom?
Well, I'm a winner with like only one win. So in a season with people who had won more than me,
Like Pangina.
Pangina won more than me. I think Janie had won more challenges than me.
Who else?
Jimbo.
But
had
were
won
you
more challenges.
constantly lip syncing in the bottom?
No, actually, I would almost disagree with Rue on some of those decisions, and maybe I should have gotten more wins. I don't know. That's up for debate. But I think that it's just what you bring to Drag Race. Like, I think that Peppa brings a lot of culture and just a lot of themselves in this amazing story that allows her to stay. Some of the other queens just didn't have that. You know what I mean? And I think that she has such a star power that she has deserved to say. Win, maybe not. But I feel like I've definitely enjoyed seeing her on screen. Right? Is that
What
who
are
you're
you
talking
thinking?
about?
I don't think
Well,
there's
yeah,
ever been like
Yeah,
a-
for me, once you've been in the bottom a certain amount of times, it's just
Yeah.
like, it's enough is enough. And I'll give you a perfect example. Candy Muse was in the bottom a lot, right? And then what happens is she makes it all the way to the end, and everybody hates her for it. But it's not her fault. They put her through, and they kept putting her through. Do you get what I'm saying?
She had 1 win or 2 wins.
I
She
don't
won the
remember. I
roast.
cannot tell you.
1 win?
She had 1 win.
But also
But you get what I'm saying,
the
right?
storytelling, the storytelling on the production end definitely helped her case, I think.
Yeah, I mean, like, especially if you are bringing something entertaining and exciting that everyone is into watching. I don't mind if you're, like, failing even miserably every once in a while if you're still providing me with, like, a really nice story that I can connect with and same with the audience and still bringing it in some aspect. I don't think anyone is really, like, going to go to war for someone who's been in the bottom a million times, but I think continuing to entertain for the longevity of the season, I think that's fair because if you're not entertaining, get the fuck home.
Well, no, example, like for the finalists of your season, and this is not my opinion, this is just what I've gathered. I feel like people thought Cameron should not have been there because they were...
That's what you
definitely
think?
fighting.
Yeah,
That's what
but
you thought?
however,
Caramel? That's
the
what you thought?
No, that's not what I thought.
I think that's
But however, with saying what you said, Cameron not floated, but they had a win or 2, and then
Floated?
lip synced.
Wow, Caramel.
However,
The shade.
The
My
format.
dear friend Cameron. Cameron, I'm sending you love. Sorry, girl.
Hate it.
Fuck these mean bitches.
The format
Get
of
on
the
my back.
show changed, so when it comes down to lip sync battle for your life at the end, Cameron did have a good chance of winning. The score's out the door. Starting season 9.
Yeah, you should really give that one
lip
to
sync
her.
battle. That's a different show. I love that you said that.
You knew what I meant.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to what we just saw. Let's go back to that. Okay. Who do we think? A few of them bombed, but who would you put in the bottom to lip sync against each other? We have Pixie Polite, Cheddar Gorgeous, and Black Peppa are the 3 that bombed. Right?
Yeah.
Right? Did I get those right?
Yeah.
Those are the. So out of the
Yes.
right? Yeah. Which one of those 2 would you put?
Well, I suppose let's see if the runway
Yeah.
is still 50,
Okay, so
50% of the mark. But
Good question.
I,
Good question. Do you think the runway plays a factor?
with 3 of them eating doo-doo, yes, perhaps it might.
I don't know, right? I think Cheddar and Peppa are going to bring out some iconic looks probably. This is such a good runway theme. So then it's like which one of them goes in the bottom.
Remind us the theme. What's the theme?
Pretty and
Punk or something, yeah. So what I think, right, is that I commend Peppa for trying. What I don't think Cheddar did was listen to the guest judge, and she went on and did her own thing, which I think, although I said not to listen to Rue whenever she's giving you Snatch Game advice, like this is a comedian who knows what she's doing.
It wasn't Rue. It was
And I think, yeah, like I would probably put Cheddar in the bottom for that.
It's also it's a roast. It's a comedy challenge. It's not a being the president challenge. You know, like, and even if that was the case, I'm still voting for someone else as well. So yeah, I do think that did kind of fail, and I like that point. The receptiveness to someone's suggestions who's in a professional position that could have.
Also, do you think putting Blackbeard first backfired?
Danny
because
Beard.
she set this bar
Danny Beard.
so high.
Danny Beard.
What did I say?
Blackbeard.
Blackbeard. Oh,
Arr.
shit.
He's on next
actually-
Can
season.
someone
Like a
take this from me,
season.
please?
To be fair, there is someone else on
I
the
wanted to
television
say.
show whose name is
I
Black.
wanted to say. Do you think Black Peppa putting Danny Beard first?
Now it makes sense.
Do you think that backfired on them?
Oh, yes, they were done for that.
They set the bar so high.
I
and
would
then it just,
never.
Yeah, I could have watched like 25 minutes of Danny there instead of
Oh my
everyone
God,
else, right?
yes.
And
Let's get that version.
Jumpers was really funny, and actually I'm glad you said that because that is proper Northern Irish and Belfast humour that I'm so used to, and I was not able to really bring that on the show. I thought that Rue just didn't understand me, right? So I was very scared to like speak a lot like in that Northern Irish kind of twang. But I'm so glad she did that, and she was so funny. I'm so proud of her, and that is what gets you into the top 4.
For sure. If RuPaul is laughing at you, even if she's laughing at you,
Yeah.
girl, you're at least good for a minute.
If you have like a so-so run, which Jumbers has, but she's brought a lot of story, that sounded shady, but you know what I mean?
Kinda-
I think then like a big success like that near the end is just like enough to get you through to that top 4.
Kind of like what Naysha said. Do you think Jumbers has a chance of winning having no badges at this point?
No. But
That was so quick.
but I love her, and I'm happily the only Northern Irish winner in RuPaul's Drag Race history, and hopefully that will last quite a while. Especially because they don't want to cast any of us bitches. Honestly, she's the second one. I'm like, just put on Drag Race Ireland now and let me host it. Because honestly, if you're not going to cast them, you might as well use all these amazing queens from my hometown somewhere else.
To take this opportunity, who do we know, and do you want to send some shout outs?
Oh, Rusty Hinges, Electra LeCunt, Misty Falls. They're my like drag aunts, and they taught me everything I know.
So YouTube, look up these fabulous queens
They're
from
fun.
Ireland.
Yeah.
And let's get them on Drag Race, yeah?
Woo! Yeah, Drag Race Ireland hosted by someone else, but I'll happily be the Alan Carr or something, right?
Do the whole damn thing. Fuck it.
I mean, Nikki
You look
Doll can
great.
do it, and she did it well. Then why not me? Have you ever seen that video of Vivian like saying like they got Nikki Doll to host a Drag Race France, and Nikki Doll was in the audience, and she was fully reading her. It was so camp. Nikki came up on stage and everything. It was fun. You never know who's gonna be in the crowd.
You never know. All right, so yeah, we pretty much. Oh, do we think that Danny Beard won?
Hands down.
Do we think yes?
I got the most relaxed time enjoying that. I think.
Yeah. There's part of me that
Danny or
hopes
John
Jombers
Boers?
win. Yeah.
If Danny
It'd be nice.
doesn't, then it's going to go to Jombers because Danny did say they keep getting second at the beginning of this, so that may have been foreshadowing they may get second place again. A little cherry on top for Jombers.
You love a conspiracy
Right,
theory.
Alexis Michelle.
You know, we watch this enough to take every road of you know what I mean?
That was like me whenever I was on Drag Race, because you think everyone's against you. You're like, oh my god, that person said that I might not get breakfast tomorrow morning. Does that mean I'm going home? That's going to be you whenever you get on, isn't it?
Oh wait, I would like to make a shout out to the
Please
eliminated
do.
girls who were out there, literally just asked to show up, look gorgeous, and then get shit on. But all the eliminated girls look so gorgeous. Starlet
Yeah,
looked
Starlet.
crazy. Like I don't know what that
They
did look
outfit was even
beautiful.
for, but
They did look
that
beautiful.
she's excellent. That bitch is.
Dakota
Wild.
looked amazing.
And I
Oh,
love
yeah.
I love anytime that they take an opportunity to bring girls that have already went home to come back and show a little something.
You said,
and
"I'll do it again."
Yeah, I'll do it again,
They
bitch.
should have
Yes.
gave him a little runway thing though, because I
A
think
little-
that's like a little celebratory. It was more
Maybe
just
at
like,
the end, at the finale,
"Hey,
because
ugly."
they've been doing that. They've been doing that.
Oh
Maybe
yeah,
at-
I like that. I think I like that idea.
I do like that idea.
I don't know if I would like that if I was the girl, but I guess I probably would. You put the effort into the costume.
Yeah.
I don't care if I'm competing. Let me show it.
Maybe like a finale one. You know what I mean? Like, you know when they give you the list?
Hey, you get an extra $400
Yeah.
or whatever to show
Totally,
up.
whatever,
so might as
whatever
well.
it's paying. Whatever it's paying. All right, let's go ahead and go right back to the show and let's see who
The
won this and who's lip
runways.
singing. All right, let's
right.
get into this real quick.
Quick little segment.
Yeah,
Back
do
to
the
runways.
because we have to.
Can someone that knows Aquaria, you should know this, fashion-wise. Didn't the punk style and all of that craze originate from the UK? Is that correct?
I mean,
it
a
came
bit.
from the
It
UK
mainly
and
just
kind of
comes from
migrated
Aquaria
to the...
should know. Or
I don't have a fucking clue.
Well, I feel like fashion encyclopedia right here.
and I'm wearing H&M. So
But
that's
are you really?
yes, it's H&M Studios.
Work H&M what?
I don't want to see any
Studios.
fucking
Studio H&M Studio. It's
But
probably
it's
not even
con.
accessible
Look
to
how
us.
long. That's con. The
Yeah, she
jewels
says
are
that,
my
and
own.
none of us can buy this.
No. Yeah, well, the jewels are all my own except for this one. You can have that.
So if I'm not, if I'm not mistaken, this originated from from the UK.
I mean,
So
a bit.
yeah,
Pulls
so
from a
I
lot
was
of different
expecting this
cultures
runway to be right.
Next
so I was
level.
expecting this to be next level. I only got one that
It
gave
was
me
given
next level.
next level.
Yeah, I
don't
didn't.
know.
Yeah, I didn't really get
I don't
next
know.
level. I don't think. I think the only person that benefited from this was Black Peppa.
Yes.
What do you ladies think?
That was given alien punk fabulousness. Loved that.
I've said this time and time again. I hate the nipples showing. I hate the bust. Like, fix it, do it right.
Now
Either
that-
cover your nipples, but it's every single
It's
time.
theirs now.
I just like it feels like nothing fits.
Yes.
That's why.
Yeah.
So what do you ladies think about?
I like Danny's makeup
Yeah.
underneath the giant bang. She was saying that she wished that Pixie would have, done like a McQueen thing and sprayed the dress on the runway. I think she should not have worn it on the
At
runway.
all. Agreed.
That's her bed sheets from the hotel, right? She's like, oh, I have
She's
to
like,
add to this
oh,
outfit.
fuck, we forgot to bring the punk look. Safety pins.
Safety,
more. I don't know. And then Chatters, I liked the styling of the hair, but I thought the outfit was a little subdued, perhaps. I don't know if she was going with like realness.
Dude.
Dude.
Aquaria, what did you think about Jombers?
Oh, that also was not my favorite. Not to be a big hater, I did not like the teeny little wig, and I thought for like a punk category, what does not come to my mind is like the cha-cha dance outfit bodysuit.
Yes.
That was, and she's like,
The
it's
leotard.
very anarchic and all this stuff. She's now from a different part of but yeah, I think if we're going for like authenticity with the punkness, then I would not wear the cha-cha outfit.
Hers was a little more clean as opposed to everyone else, where
Yeah,
I felt
it's
like they were a little
girl,
more gritty or
it's
dirty.
punk.
Clean. That's an interesting
Not-
word.
I think before this, before seeing the runway, I thought Peppa and Cheddar would be my bottom two, but now I actually think it's going to be Pixie and Cheddar maybe, because I think Cheddar has brought such cool looks, and they all have references and charities that she like talks about, and like all these amazing thoughts. But I think that she maybe just underbaked this one.
Yeah.
And it's weird to see her like that too, because this, especially punk, I've seen on her Instagram like about 25 million
punk.
times. Yeah.
She spent the budget on the first half of the show.
Which is fair. I mean, you can't bring like amazing looks every single
Every
week.
single time.
You just
No,
kind of
you
have to
can.
hope that they fall on a week when you've done well.
Well, you don't know where they're gonna come either.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think Pixies was something that would have been kicking her up to the out of the bottom.
No.
Well,
Kicked her while she was down.
the producers see the looks before y'all get on the show now, so they allowed that.
Well, no.
They're always hanging in the big studio that we film in.
Well,
You know what's
also, that's actually funny you mentioned that because someone did come and ask me the week before I went home on my first season to show them my like family reunion outfit, and I was like, "That's so weird," and they really
They're
said
hanging in the workroom the entire time we're there.
I'll tell you, it started because it started from
You!
No, actually, I was a
come on,
part of
okay.
it. I was a
Yeah,
part of it,
y'all.
but it started with season 8 when there were 8 different kimonos for the Madonna challenge. So at that point, they didn't want to see your runways. There were certain themed like runways that they wanted to see because they wanted to control and make sure everyone had a different one. Because of that Madonna one, there were literally 8 different kimonos. So after season 8, they decided, all right, if we're gonna tell them, give us
There
Lady
was also
Gaga.
10 contestants on that season,
Right,
mind you.
right, there was only yeah.
Do you ever see the eliminated girls' looks on Instagram and sometimes you're like, oh, yeah, if you had been safe to this week, girl, you would have went home with this week. You know what I mean? So maybe, I don't know.
You're like,
apart from Starlet.
you wanted to show that.
Starlet's been killing it on Instagram. Have you
Killing
seen
it. It's so funny to see all these eliminated queens just out in space and in the jungle and all these beautiful, exquisite places. I don't know how they could afford to travel there, but by golly, those photographs look stunning.
There's a guy in the UK called Ryan Retoucher, and honestly, he's credited in more things on Drag Race than RuPaul nowadays. Because these photos, he like photoshops them like, I don't know, feeding dogs, walking children in nature. Honestly, like, it's great.
All right, well, let's see who's top, who's bottom, who's lip syncing.
Hey.
Let's go right back.
All right.
Okay.
We just had our critiques for our top
Not just
5.
between
And
us
girls.
the judges pretty much echoed almost everything we said. Do we agree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hit it. Do we have any difference of opinion in anything?
I think I would love to see Cheddar in the bottom because I think it would just be like, and that sounds really rude, but you know, like, it would be like a little like, oh, she has like, she's a real person.
Right.
And then like she'll like win or whatever, and it will be like a Bob the Drag Queen lip sync against Derek,
yeah.
you know, right before the finale,
Murder
like that
that
kind of
bitch.
thing.
Just to prove they got it.
Yeah, exactly. I think you never lip synced, right?
I didn't. I would have loved to, but like I was always ready to do so. So because I also lack a lot of confidence or whatever, so I was very, very confident that I would not be going home at least. But yeah, I feel like that would have been fun. But all's well that ends well.
Yeah. Is that a catchphrase?
But I also think
I don't
that
know, but it ended well. So
I also think the fact that you didn't lip sync and then we got to see you perform at the end, we were that much pleasantly surprised with your performance because we didn't really get to see you kind of serve that way. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think that like it's still an opportunity for people to connect with you. Like you don't hear people raving about some queens' random runways that they do. They remember, oh my God, remember when Tatiana and Alyssa murdered that lip sync and stuff like that. Like sometimes the lip sync that's your 3 minutes on TV where you can literally do the thing that you do on the stage and be a star at that. So to not have, it's not a fun opportunity, I suppose, but to not have that opportunity is like, all I got to do is do like the Farmarusical, and they didn't like that I was dancing well because I was supposed to be like the older lady, and then I did the Cher musical, which we had to sing live, and the dancers are tripping over my outfit and shit. So it's like that's the best that I could show my stage performance, but you know it wouldn't have sucked to have to send a girl or two home.
If you were given the
needed.
opportunity to lip sync on your season,
The blessing.
who would you blessing? All right, let's call it that. If you would have had the blessing to lip sync on your season, who would you have loved to lip sync against?
You know, I really wanted to, or not really wanted to, but I love Carly Rae Jepsen. Hello, and Snatch Game is so up in the air. Like no one knows how anyone's doing. So I think our Snatch Game episode was Cut to the Feeling, and I would have done at least better than Monique Hart did. So, and
That's so
I've
iconic.
never seen a lady move like that, and my God. But I would have loved to eat that up. Or we had Patti LaBelle New Attitude for one of our episodes, the infamous double save, and I think I would have really tore that up as well. That's such a high energy song, so 80s, so jazzy. I love it.
I would have loved to perform against Bag of Chips. I think me and her are just hot messes, and I will happily slide around the stage on my ass with Bag of Chips any day. But up against like Pangina or someone, no, thank you. I'm glad that was Jimbo, and I probably would have done the same as what Jimbo did, which is just fall around the stage.
If you want to see her fall around the stage, stick around at 10:30. We will have performances from Blue and Aquaria, joined by Naysha and myself.
Yeah. Yes. Also, next week is Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving for those who celebrate. I hope you guys have lots to eat and are around loved ones. But we will still be having our finale event here on Friday. And our guests will be Roxy Andrews and Detox.
Hey, Rotox in the house.
Yeah, so the link is now live. So get your tickets for next week. It's going to be a lovely, lovely time. Those two together is pretty awesome.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. It's pretty exciting. But with that said, let's go ahead and get right back to the episode and see what's up. Let's go right back into it, Mikey.
Thank you all so much.
All right. Do we agree with all the critiques that the judges gave the gals?
Yeah, I think
They really
everything was
deviate.
pretty clear.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot. I totally do not mean to like be
That way. Just
like nasty on anything.
Yeah.
I think there's like an almost unreal amount of like positivity, or like overemphasized positivity. They're like, this look, it just seems a little
reaching.
For sure. Whenever
just
I
a tad.
when
It's
I was
like,
on
I'm
set,
not dying for that. That's like
when I was on set, the most compliment I ever got from Rue was that I was professional backstage, and they complimented Jumbers on her makeup last week. I was like, what? What? Not to be rude, but I was like, I never got that. I'm gorgeous.
right. No,
Blue. They're just being so nice. I love RuPaul. I call her when she's like
Oh,
a
when she
bit
wears
nasty.
the
I love
yellow
it.
wig.
I don't want to see any fucking H in it. That kind of RuPaul
Be real.
gets me.
I forgot
But I
who she-
love dramatic TV. So
Who did she tell that was like, she's like, and your body, it's lopsided? Or do you remember what she said that?
Yes.
Like, it was like, she was talking about like, there's a couple times that she has gone in. I don't remember who she said about, she's like, the body is interesting. It's like, she was going in. But
I feel like sometimes we're being told instead of like being shown.
Right,
yes.
right.
I don't know if it like is between different series and stuff, but especially the past couple of episodes, I'm like, is this the greatest thing in the world? Because I
Yeah.
think it's lovely, but I don't think this is the over enthusiastic.
Yeah.
A little too
Well,
much for me, but
One of the
was
comments
lovely.
that I heard right now, and you tell me how you interpret it, because I'm still out. Like, I didn't get it. And audience, you guys can help us with this. Black Peppa comes out, and they're like, she says she's not funny, but, she has a sense of humor. She has a sense of humor in her runways. Where the fuck did that come from,
don't
and what
know.
does it mean?
that
RuPaul
would
really
be a good
said-
read if it made sense. But
RuPaul was like, "You're funny looking." Well, she has had like some crazy looks. She had like that cotton candy like bouffant thing with like the drink inside
She
it.
loves the
didn't she?
big hair moment.
Yeah.
So is
I don't
that-
know, maybe that's it?
Maybe,
Perhaps.
maybe. Okay.
But there's some comments that you get from RuPaul, and you're like, okay, that's why you're the host. Like when she said about Pixie not knowing what her lane
her
her
angle
drag
of
was
drag.
in, or like what her. I think that's so true, and she really can pinpoint that. And it's like almost like she says what sometimes I'm thinking. You're like so
she's our inner
frustrated.
saboteur.
Yeah, you're like, I always make fun of the inner saboteur because that shit is just like, that's crazy. But she's like, she's like, oh, you've got depression. That's your inner saboteur. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's frustrating watching someone like Pixie who's so self-conscious about everything they do, and if you know she has it in her. I know she's a funny queen when she's on the stage in like her local bar or whatever, and RuPaul sees that too, and she's equally as frustrated. So you can. I understand her sometimes, but then sometimes Ru's like a bit off.
That was pretty spot on, though. Thank you for mentioning that, because it feels like RuPaul, especially often, or more so recently, has like some really nice, solid words of advice for these girls, and I think that was maybe not something that is going to help Pixie today, but maybe looking back on this, she'll see like, oh, you know, maybe aesthetically I didn't have something that I was quite honed in on, and I didn't get to show my personality and my comedy and stuff in the way that would help explain it better to the audience. So.
I actually
Nice to note.
I think RuPaul does talk less now. Whenever I was on set on season 1, she would speak a lot more than she did whenever I was on UK vs. the World. But what she said, she meant more, and I think that's more important for the queens, because you don't want to hear like excess stuff when you're like your heels hurt, you're going through it mentally. So RuPaul just tells you what you need to know, and that's good.
Yeah, and then not to mention, you're taking, I mean, there's 4 judges, right? So you're taking 4 different opinions into account. One said, oh, the fit, oh, the color, oh, the shoes. And then you're like, if I put that all together, then I'm just all fucked up. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it's like, you kind of got to take, I always thought, if I'm not learning or growing from what they're saying, then it can kiss my ass. Do you know what I mean? If they're saying, the color is just wrong, well, that's just your opinion. This is the color I wanted to do. This is what I love, period. Now, if they say the fit is wrong, something's big, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, this could have been fit. That's something different. You can grow and learn from shit like that. But sometimes they're a little off, like you said.
Well, speaking of the judges, this episode really made me like look at Alan Carr. He is funny as fuck. Like, I really enjoy them on the judges panel.
And I could not stop staring at Ollie, so we all have our favorites.
Are the teeth bad? I didn't clock that. Are they bad?
He has a slight gap.
He's got Alan?
No, the other, they talked about Ollie's teeth
Ollie's
too.
got room to floss. But
He's got room to floss. Or basically nothing gets stuck in there, basically.
yeah.
Straight through.
In one hole, out the other.
Well, speaking of holes, let's see who wins this list.
Yeah, show us your butthole.
Come on. Let's go back, Mikey.
Okay, word. Juicy. Who's excited for that next week?
Everyone.
Yeah.
I wish we could keep that part in.
Listen, y'all real excited about 3/4 of next week.
Yeah, YouTube, we're not going to tell you who they cheered
shady
for.
as fuck.
I'm so glad she'll never see this.
I'm sorry?
I'm so glad she'll never see this.
Yes.
She'll never see that.
She'll never see that ever.
But yeah, we have
Good thing
Danny
this isn't
Beard.
going on YouTube.
We have Danny Beard winning their next badge and making it to the top 4 with Pepper, Cheddar, and Jombers.
Yes. Well, now we have a Q&A, by the way. So get your questions ready real quick. But yes, so we have a cute top 4. Yeah, we excited?
Yes.
I'm okay. So when I started the season, like first, second, up to like maybe 3rd episode, I was Black Peppa all the way. Unfortunately for me, that declined. I'm Danny Beard all the way. I feel like, you know what it's just she started so strong. And for me, I'm a pageant girl. I'm about consistency. Consistency wins the page for me. That's my opinion. What do you ladies think? Your prediction for winner for next week?
Personally, I agree. I think Danny Beard's done a really great job of showing all aspects of her personality and her talents, and I think she's been really well-rounded and really personable, really funny in the confessionals and stuff. And I think her or Cheddar would be a great face
Cheddar
for
too,
the
yeah, totally.
for the franchise. I worked with Black Peppa like right before the season started, and especially with her crazy promo look, like everyone was so excited for her, and I was over there in London like, yeah, Team Black Pepper. But I see how it is. She's put herself in the tricky.
I see how it is.
She's in a tricky position where she's really got to like absolutely annihilate that next challenge, because I feel like they've been giving her a very redeeming, like kind of she struggled arc, but seeing positivity at the end of the tunnel. So I guess we'll have to come out and watch with Roxy and Detoxy next week.
Blue, what about
do you
you?
think?
I think it's between Cheddar and Danny. They've annihilated the whole season. I think I said this upstairs, it's very Davina versus Vivian. Someone who's more cerebral and very good like with the community. And then there's like someone that's funny from Liverpool. And it's like it's like who's gonna win out of that? I don't know. Is it gonna be the Vivian again, or is it gonna be someone like Cheddar? I've met them both, worked with them both. They're both amazing people. So that's all that matters really. And it's who we're gonna see on All Stars. And Aquaria said upstairs, Danny already has the All Stars face.
So you can't go back for All Stars. She already looks all starred. So this might be her time to take the crown.
I think it's lovely to see. Honestly, at first I was rooting for Pepper and Cheddar, but I assumed Danny having the beard, they would just give them the same edit they've given the other 4 bearded entertainers on the other franchises. Seeing them in the finale makes me so excited for bearded drag, or just hairy drag, the future of hairy drag. Yeah.
Well, and you know what? With Danny Beard, she's so dimensional, right? She's not limited by the beard. She did so much when she had to give beauty and fashion. She did with a beard or not. You didn't even pay attention to it when she would kind of mute it out with foundation because
really
she would
reads
mute it.
all right on
Yeah,
the TV.
it. Listen, and we. Well, I don't know about you guys, but like when being on camera for a long time, you're like, fuck, this is starting to look a little green right here. Bitch, you can't even see that. This bitch is like full on beard with foundation over it, and it looked great. So I mean, we have.
I wanted more beard. I wanted her to paint her beard every week into like weird squiggles and stuff. But I was like,
want
why
a queen to glue down their beard.
Pardon?
I want a queen to glue down their beard.
Can you imagine?
Have you ever tried?
The mess?
Well, I've played with lace front beards, and if I ever got on, bitch, I have a plan. Just wig beards
Full
all
Gandalf.
day. Oh, it's gonna be everything.
Next season, bitch. Let's
Love
do it.
that. All right, so do we have questions in the audience, by the way? We do. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna come out.
Happy Friday!
We'll come out
Okay, do a
into
little
the
shift.
audience.
Think about the context of your question. If it's bad, we'll walk away.
Also, give us your name and where you're from, and then your question.
All right, we'll start over here. What is your name and who's your question for?
My name is Casey, and my question's for both of you. If
1 second, Casey.
Sorry, I got a much more.
Get that food in
Let's
there.
get that food order. I want to remind,
Can I
while they
do
get
the
their
Gouda
food
burger?
order in, let me remind you guys
The
that
Gouda?
at 10:30 we will be performing, all 4 of us. So make sure you guys stick around for that. For performances, it's cold outside. Stay inside. Stay at Roscoe's. Drink, drink, drink. Your bartenders are working so hard for you this evening. Make some noise for the staff here at Roscoe's who worked so hard for you. And we got DJ Mikey up there playing the episode, working super hard up there. All right, go ahead.
All right, this is Casey, and it is their birthday.
Happy
birthday to you.
That's awesome. I also have a birthday, but who's your question for?
my question's for both of you. If you could have participated in any other runway apart from your season, which runway would it have been?
Last season they did on the UK they did like a movie runway, and that would be so fun. Like you could pick any movie and it would be so cool, right? Because they did like Oompa Loompas and shit. I'm like, where's like the Star Wars? Like you could come out as like a full-on like droid or something. I started watching Star Wars last week, and I really love it. Okay, guys. You could come out as Miss Piggy. I don't know, something crazy. But they
Kermit.
like. Oh, I do a really good Miss Piggy impression. Sorry to.
No, I'm not too familiar.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Okay. Oh no, I'm gonna fuck it up, aren't I? Kermit the Frog. I'm Miss Piggy. Hiya! Right.
All right.
Oh, I get a pork chop.
And I do a really good Cher, Miss Piggy as Cher. I'm Cher, bitch.
I love that. Was there
And for me, I would probably. Well, I didn't know we were talking about the show. I was like, Dior Couture 2001 would be fabulous. I feel like one that I just always remember. There's so many at this point that I can't quite think of something fresh and good. But the one on season 7, the Death Becomes Her one. I feel like I've even perhaps answered that question here before. But I just think it's so creative. It's like I love adding like a little element of like campy kind of gore-ish kind of stuff in some of my looks. So I think that'd be
Drag,
very fun.
filth, horror, glamour.
Yeah, wait,
Hello, uglies.
Hello, ugly. Not that gore though. Get the fucking staples away from me. Something like that. I don't know.
Work.
Everyone dies, so something relatable.
We have another question for you, ladies, over here.
Happy birthday.
Everybody dies. Happy birthday.
My question is for both Aquaria and Blue. Since you're both winners, if you were asked to be on an all-winner season, would either of you return?
I would. Yeah, sure. I need more money. No. No. Why not? Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, they were so nice to everyone. We were talking about them being nice earlier. Like, why would you not go back just to have a lovely little parade of how great you are?
Oh yeah. Although I've been told by the past winner girls that they were such cunts and stuff that they don't think that there would ever be a second season. And I'm like, girl, that's y'all. They were saving the nice girls for the second season, I suppose.
What's your name and who's your question for?
Hi, my name is JJ. I'm from Miami. My
Let me
question is
listen first. Hello.
Hi. I'm a huge fan of you too. My question is, I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous. I'm really big into fashion. I noticed that you guys are really, really big into fashion as well. So what do you guys do with your outfits over the years? Do you preserve them? Do you save them? Do you sell them? Or do you keep them for over the years, to preserve and have a little museum one day or something?
I mean, that's definitely
good question.
Cute and idyllic. I don't have a ton of space in my apartment, so everything is separately packaged, but kind of neatly, just in a
organized chaos.
Well, not chaos, but just it's all put in a closet. I would love if everything was hung up. What's up? What? Oh, sorry. I thought we had a heckler. Oh no, it's all right. They keep it down. No. I wish everything was nice and hung up in a rented space or whatever, but I don't have that. So there's definitely some pieces I wish were a little more attention was taken to them. But I've actually brought one of my old looks here this evening. And I haven't taken it out of the bag in a minute. So we're all gonna find out how well I keep my pieces from Drag Race.
Yes. Nostalgia.
I hope you stick around and enjoy it.
Mine are just in boxes. I like to try and give away as much of my old drag as I can to local performers and stuff. Because every week, Anya Bex, that's another queen in Belfast. She runs this amazing baby queen show every Thursday, and I just bring down a massive box of my shit, and I'm like, you might need to watch this, and just let them have it. My Drag Race stuff. Yeah, it's all in boxes. It's so sad because you spend so fucking much on that. And you can find out on my TikTok how much I exactly spend.
Yes!
And then you just put it in a big box in your mum's bed, spare bedroom.
I was going to say, don't get rid of it because I know Willem is collecting pieces from Drag Race girls.
Really?
And is going to make a Drag Race museum eventually.
Well, I had a bonfire with all of mine. I'm just kidding.
Rectangle girls.
I'm just kidding. The one outfit I still have. No,
Rectangle
I got to
girls
wear,
of
wait,
the
the
world.
entrance look, right? The one that I created, which I really threw in the garbage. And then the roller skating one.
Your airbrush one with
I
the
still
afro.
have.
Oh, the
and
airbrush.
then the neon one.
That was
and then,
so
yes,
good.
the
One of my
airbrush
favorites.
neon one. I still have. Yeah, I still have that. Yeah. Okay.
Always one of my favorites. Truly.
Joshua made that. You know,
Turned
Joshua is
it
crazy.
out, of course.
Thanks.
That was wonderful.
Gracias.
Our
Do we
next
have-
question's
you
right
have one?
over here. Yes. What's your name and who's our question for?
Hi, I'm Adam. I'm just from the burbs, not actually from the city. I won't claim that. This is for everyone who's been on Drag Race. Sorry, Kara.
It's okay.
What do you
One
think?
day.
What is the biggest thing you guys learned about yourselves, and how did you change after being on Drag Race?
I came back from Drag Race season 1 in a trance. I remember my boyfriend being like,
trance?
"You were such a different person," and I think it's just because you are thrown into this whirlwind of emotions. You realize how much everything means to you, and you're literally locked in a room away from everything that you care about, and you have so much more care for what you do and your place in the world, and it makes you just want to be your best self. It taught me a lot about me, and since the show I've come out as non-binary, and I've learned just so much about myself, and I'm more confident, which is so important because you only get one life, and you need to make the most of it. And Drag Race really taught me to do that.
And I feel like I can echo most of that. I wish I had like something specific. It was a bit longer ago for me. There's plenty of things I learned on the show, learned from the show. I feel like I've learned so much about myself through traveling all throughout the world, and but like things that I've just like learned over in circles. Every new day for me is like a new day for me to have some new issue in my head. So every day I'm getting over those and finding new ones to scratch.
I think that the biggest thing about going, this is what I took. The thing for me is growth, right? No matter what you do, you want to grow from it. You want to learn from it, right? So I feel like I went there hoping to have some growth. And then with my experience, it's not that I learned something. I had to tell myself that, because my experience is different from you guys. You guys won where I didn't, so I had to make sure that I didn't let this define me and my drag because I left so soon. Because you can really get caught up in the fact that you go home early, and not only that, but then that audience tries to let you have it.
Invalidate
it. Exactly. They forget everything that you've done. They forget that you're one of the first Latina drag queens to ever open any of these doors for a Latin queen, and all they want to call you is an eliminated queen. But I've done so much more than that, and I had to remind myself leaving because you'll get caught up in all that negativity. So that's what I took away from the competition.
Hell yeah. All right, we have two really good questions over here. What is your name and who's your question for?
Hi, my name is Philip. I live here in Chicago. Thank you for being here. My questions for you are, how do you feel that winning has changed your life the most? And is there anything from your life before being on Drag Race that you wish you could have back?
Oh, that's a good question. My sanity. I love traveling. I love getting to meet new people. I always say a meet and greet is one of my favorite parts of the night because it's a time where I get to meet a whole lot more people who like me a whole lot more than I like myself sometimes. So getting to connect with people and you know, if it's like the younger demographic at like a drag con or something, there's just so many people that sometimes I just feel like I'm doing my job and having my own fun on the stage, but I don't realize that like so many people are impacted in one way or another by the work that we do. So that's really important to me. And one thing I wish that I could have back, I guess, is, honestly, you know, this has got to be real. I'm not like too much on an app, on like a dating type of circle of life. And I think it's because of all of these horrific stories I've heard from my sisters of just like shady people, scary little Drag Race chaser, like fan fucker type of things, which is, that's not something that I feel super like confident and comfortable dealing with. I don't know how true this story is or if I'm fair to share it, but there was a particular contestant who I'm close with, and she was telling me about how this story, and she's fucking this guy, and blah, 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 and, you know, sparks flew, and he ends with, hallelujah.
Aww.
I'm not going to tell you who it was,
that
but
was Shangela.
that would just, if I'm over here like this, and you're like, any hole is... Get out of my hotel room. Weird. But if anyone doesn't want to say catchphrases to me, I'm here for a couple more hours.
The one thing I wish I could get back is my virginity. And no, I'm just kidding.
Did you take it?
I'm just kidding. Yeah, I think, yeah, I kind of get that. Privacy is kind of like you lose that. But to be honest, I kind of love going into shops and people being like, oh my God, it's blue! And I'm like, yeah! That's fun. Winning changed a lot for me because I saw what it was like to be so close to that finale. And I saw how many opportunities you get from even just being the top four, the top three. And I wanted that for myself. I've loved the show since I was so young, and it defined a lot of queerness inside me whenever I was learning about myself. But one thing that I fucking hate about winning is that everyone has a bimini. So Lawrence has a bimini, I have a pangina. You know, there's always that one queen that you beat that everyone
Oh, girl!
What hits you for?
Angie went home first of my season, and she's still more poppin' than me, so fuck that bitch.
Yeah,
She's the real winner.
yeah. But I feel like Jada actually talked about it in All Winners that she felt like she had imposter syndrome, and yeah, Jada's incredible. Oh my god, so lovable, and I just feel like that's so true for me anyway. That I feel like no matter what winner you talk to, I've always felt that that's one thing we've had in common is that there's like that little bit of like, whew, that everyone loves this other queen as well.
And as an Italian winner, I feel like I also have pasta syndrome as well.
Stop it.
So I can relate.
We have a question over here.
All right, my name is Dail. Speaking of Hallelujah, so Shangela is in Dancing with the Stars.
Oh my gosh, yes!
If you guys were given the opportunity to be like any other competition show, like Dancing with the Stars, Big Brother, Survivor, what show would you guys be in other than Drag Race?
Hey guys.
Oh, I mean, I love that.
Hold on, give me 1 second. Hey beauty, hey beauty, hey beauty, hey beauty, my love. We're doing Q&A in this room, and then we're drinking and kicking and doing all that in the other room. So you can pick what side you want to do what. Okay? Thank you, baby.
Shade rattle.
Oh. Did you get it? I got it. Obviously, it's easy because you just said Dancing with the Stars, but I love dancing and would love to learn like ballroom stuff. That was also a funny joke that Pixie had that we didn't touch on. Her saying she comes from ballroom, which she wishes her underwear had more. That was hilarious. I would love to like Dancing with the Stars. Sounds like fun. I love Survivor. I don't think I would like not last very long, but like. I don't see it for me. But like when I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, I would totally slay this. But yeah, maybe something dancing related would be really fun. Big Brother would be cute too, or something similar. But I don't think I'm like down with people and like not real enough, but comfy enough for that. I feel like I would be like really guarded and not crazy like some of the people that we love watching the compilations of them on YouTube. Like, I cannot be Tiffany Pollard. I wish I was, but the closest thing I'm going to get is my zip code.
Oh. What about you, Blue?
I love, like, anything where you can learn something new. So, like, Strictly would be, or, well, we call it Strictly in the UK, would be great. I also am Team Shangela, by the way, and I told that to someone last night, and they were like, oh, I don't know if she's going to win. I was like, excuse me, you're in Roscoe.
Charlie D'Amelio?
Anyway, yeah. There's this show on at the moment in the UK called I'm a Celeb, where you eat, like, kangaroo testicles and stuff. Have you never heard of that over here?
What is ours called? We have a show like that called. What is it called? Fear Factor. We have Fear Factor.
So it's like Big Brother, but you're in a jungle and you do like a trial every week. It's fun because you get to like one of our politicians is there at the moment and he is being made do every single challenge, like jumping off things and eating testicles, and I would love to do it. I'm so good at guzzling testicles, you know what I mean? Like, just put me in there already.
Yeah. Congratulations.
And you can find us on Grindr.
The boyfriend.
He's so shy. Why are you doing this to him?
Before we get to our next question, this person said Amazing Race would be lovely for drag queens because you're essentially already doing it.
Yeah. No, I always thought that would be a good idea too.
There's
the traveling and the scamming.
I thought there was a rumor that I read online that it was like.
It wasn't Amazing Race. It was, what was it? It was something else that they were gonna. Big Brother. They were gonna. It was a rumor though. We started looking into it.
I think I read it was like they put like 5 different drag queens at different parts of the world, and they had to get to.
Well, that's Amazing Race.
I don't know,
right?
You don't know,
girl. That just sounds like a tour.
I think any competition, actually, you take a bunch of drag queens and throw them in it and have them compete would be so much fun. However, Amazing Race, can you imagine? Like, are you in heels? Are you in drag the whole time? Do you get out of drag? In and out of drag? Like, how exactly does that work?
If your bag gets there before you.
or at all.
I also have to shout out to Vivian, who's doing Dancing on Ice back in the UK.
That's right.
Make sure to tune in. I know you probably can't even vote, but like it's iconic that someone is doing that.
It's like
over here, like Shangela, but in the UK, it's amazing.
On skates
ice skating, yeah.
Oh my God, girl, they're busting knees walking up the steps on Drag Race. Oh, Vivian, we are sending you so much good luck.
Yes. Shout out to Shangela and the Vivian.
It's
you know, both doing competitions and breaking barriers. We had Courtney Act, I think, was the only one that's ever done it, right? She did.
She ate.
Did she do Strictly? Is that what she did? Or was
She
it
did
Dancing with the Stars
in
Australia?
Australia.
Okay.
Is
And
what
she did
won.
Big Brother.
And that's when she was showing
She's
her
had two
kangaroo
of them.
testicles.
And she won Big Brother, absolutely. So kudos to her. We have 2 new drag queens doing competitions. So exciting. Do we have another question over here?
What's your name and who's your question for?
Oh, my name is Derek. I'm from California. Celebrating my birthday here at Roscoe.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. My question is for Aquaria and Blu Hydrangea. So now that we know that you both are open to an all-winter season, what would be your ideal night?
Winning.
Right. Night of 1,000's runway challenge that you most like to do.
Oh.
With who? Who's the celebrity?
I think
They
he's
get to
asking
choose.
what our celebrity
Who the
would be.
celebrity would be? Oh, work.
Yeah, I feel like if you'd asked me this a couple months ago, I would have said Dolly Parton. I feel like she's got such a fun look, and it's very different for me. So I feel like it would be very like, oh, it's so nice to see Aquaria like this. I mean, Beyonce is long past due. Rihanna would be fucking fantastic. Who else is good? Carly Rae Jepsen. I don't know if that would be as much of a hit as others.
Who do you think, Blue?
I don't know. Just whatever. Vivian didn't have a fucking clue who that game show host was, and she still looked good, so I don't care.
I'm surprised no one has said Cher.
Cher, of course.
Why Cher?
Cher's
Oh,
looks
yeah.
are so iconic, and they go
Yeah.
back so far. There's so many options.
There's so many to share
There's
around.
yeah.
the queens.
Okay, here we go.
I think Cher would be a good one.
Cher
No,
would be great.
Who do you guys think would be good? Britney. They said Britney.
Yeah.
Britney. I mean, you
think they
come
did
out with a
Gaga.
snake
They
and a
did Gaga
schoolgirl
in
outfit.
season 9.
Who?
Yeah.
Lady Gaga's already been done.
Night of 1,000 Judge Judys, honestly. All the black robes, the auburns, the reds, the browns. I would love the gavels. Honestly, the gavels. Come on now.
I'm gonna let you finish, but
All right, is that a wrap on the questions? Do we have any more questions in the
I hope
audience?
it is. I'm going to
We
dad
got time for
puns.
one more if there's one more question. Did you have a question? Did you? Who has
speak
it?
now.
Okay.
Don't be scared.
Now or forever hold your
Don't be
peace.
scared.
We got time
One
for
in
one
the
more.
back.
Who
There's
is
one
it?
with the mustache.
Oh, wait.
All right,
there
we'll
is-
go to
oh.
the back. We'll go to the back. Sorry, you lost
It's
your
a very aggressive hand up motion.
Perfect.
Hey there. So, doing drag and makeup is such a personal experience, I bet. Like, what's an insecurity that you've come to love throughout drag?
My 12-inch penis.
Oh my God!
Thank you for being vulnerable.
No.
Aquaria.
I got such a dumb response. Well, dumb probably for you, but smart for me. Just doing your makeup all the time, you start to notice like every little nuance to like not just the way your face looks like this, but like the angles at which your bones protrude or recede. So I'm currently into the fact that I know that this under eye is like pretty flat and square to the viewer, and this one goes back, so I got to do the white a little different. You just notice everything, and I don't think any of it makes me self-conscious, but it does make me edit how I applied the makeup. Stupid answer, but
Blue, what insecurity about your face do you now love?
Thank you for this question. I have a massive billboard 5 head whenever I'm out of drag. But you see, in drag, it's so much space to like play with. And whenever I do my creative makeups, I'm like, oh, I can draw like a full scene up here on my forehead. It's great. But yeah, and especially now that my hair is receding. It's even more space. Soon I'll be like Sasha Velour and I'll have like a full painting around the back of my head. It'll be great.
I mean, you should start renting out space.
I could. Roscoe, do you want to promote yourself on my forehead? You probably could.
I'm down for it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for our 2 amazing and beautiful winners. We got Aquaria and
Blu Hydrangea.
Yes.
And please stick around at 10:30. We will have performances from both divas as well as Naysha and myself.
And I want to remind you guys that, of course, YouTube as well, we are going to be having a viewing party for Canada versus the world. However, we are going to start it on December 2nd.
Which is episode 3.
So, we are committed to the UK season. We're not going to chop this season like we did the celebrity season that we were so
So
kinda
invested
over.
in, yes,
Yeah, whatever, girl. So we're gonna finish this season, and then we're gonna start third episode in. Is that it?
December 2nd.
On December 2nd, third episode in. So please come on down. We're gonna still have our amazing guests from all over the world. So come check that out. And don't forget, next week we have Roxy and Detox.
Yes. In addition, if you want some Roscoe's Drag Race merch, Gabo, would you step next to Naysha so they can see that? Yes, this is Gabo, the drag queen handler, every Friday here. You can get these at roscoes.com, dragqueenmerch.com, and this link above my head.
Click over there. And no, Gabo does not come with a sweater. You guys will be surprised how many comments we get about Gabo. But no. All right. Did you guys have a lovely time? Gorgeous. See you at 10:30. My name is Naysha Lopez.
I'm Caramel DeVille, and Batty will be back with us next week.
Have a good night, Roscoe's. Have a good night, YouTube.